boy, I refuse to shoot, man, and we back with another reaction, man. Listen, shout out to everybody that's been rocking with the channel, bro. We're at like 2,194 subscribers. We're almost there to 2,200. It's been a long road, and it's been a great road. I definitely had a lot of fun making reaction videos and doing all the other stuff that that gets me excited for the day. I'm here on early today because I am on the grind today, doing what I love to do, which is make content and also make money. I haven't always been that person that likes to make money, but it is what it is. And today's topic is Poor Man's Podcast. He debates Jebediah Bila on the Red Pill. Now, if you guys don't know what the Red Pill is, the Red Pill is a group or cast of folks who are majority men who basically is their way or the highway type shit. You got the red pill, blue pill, black pill, green pill, yellow pill, all types of pills. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing that I want everybody to understand is that pills, from the pharmaceutical from the standpoint, they don't heal you. They only keep you going. So we need to find the cure for this madness that's going on, bro. And I don't know. I know for a fact it's not going to be in this generation because more and more, as we see it, the generations are becoming a lot more equal. And when it comes to the generations becoming more equal, that means that the foundation that we stand on, which is a system of hierarchy, is going to have to fall. So you're watching Babylon. Well, not Babylon. I want to say like you're watching the walls of Jericho fall right in the face, right in your face, and you don't even see it. I'm not trying to be biblical or anything like that, but I'm just letting you know that this is what's happening. All right, tyranny and all that other bullcrap, yada yada yada. It's none of that. It's not none of that. All right, it's just a sense of equality. And you know what? The funny thing about it is that we've been in this situation before. It's been like this before. It's not the first time. It won't be the last. History has a way of repeating itself. And right now, people are looking for equality. And if you're looking for equality, that's what's going to happen. People want to be on equal footing, but there's no chance. There's no way that's going to happen unless we have the talks first. So today, again, we have Poor Man's Podcast. If you don't know Poor Man's Podcast, he's actually he's a great YouTuber. He has a very logical mind. He is married, and you know he considers himself the leader of the house, who has a say so, and many other things in his household, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not against that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I mean? As a man, if you have a girlfriend or if you have a wife or you're in a relationship and you guys live together, the first and most important thing that I think everybody should think of is safety. And when it comes on to safety, men have been put in the role of bringing that security and safety to the household. So if you have somebody that's not on board with you with that type of situation and they want to go their own way or they want to do their own thing, 9 times out of 10, it's going to cause catastrophe in the house and or chaos outside. So you want to find somebody that's on board with you. And that's kind of rare nowadays because women nowadays have their own way of going. They have men. We have made the world comfortable enough for this to happen. So this was bound to happen. Now, with this happening, we need to stop with the bullcrap, all right? We need to stop trying to order each other around and find a common ground. When we find that common ground, do you know how powerful the world can get with male and female actually working side by side going forward? Yes, it's going to be a lot more. It's going to be a lot more arguments. Yes, it's going to be a lot more contemplation, but I don't think it's going to lead. I don't think it's going to lead to a stagnant state of mind. Right? You have one who's emotional, nurturing, preservers, and so forth. And then you have one that's straight to the point, logical, strong, looks for security. You can't go wrong with that. You know what I mean? And these are the basics of male and female all over the world. But, you know, because of law, moral standards, and all these whatnots that's been created to look at it a different way, you find yourself in a situation where somebody has to take the lead. All right. And that's because you got to think about human nature. Human nature was ran by fear at first. So fear, with fear being first at hand, somebody had to go out first to go and and check it out to make sure everything was okay to lead everybody else forward. Now, if you have the ability to create everybody as one, as we always tell each other that we are one, now things are going to get a little more interesting. All right. As time evolves, as human beings evolve, we understand that we leave our DNA traces in people called our children. And if they're left in our children, then for sure the children will go ahead and adapt these tendencies. It's becoming more, less and less of, oh, I'm in lead, I'm in charge, and more, let's do this together. So you're going to see that more and more happening. But anyway, I don't want to keep talking and rambling, but let's go ahead and take a look at this video. I hope you guys are having a great day. All right. It's going to be an amazing day. It's Sunday. You know what I mean? I think I got a podcast coming up today. It should be kind of good. I met a cat from Romania. He's a great guy, and we're definitely going to break down some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, man, let's get into this video.
Let me find the exact quote. Who should make the final decision in the household, being as men are expected to protect and die first for that household?
Men. Easy.
See, and this is what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? When it comes down to final decisions and so forth like that, it's kind of difficult to. It's the way of the past, which I understand. It's brought us this far. It's worked. You know what I mean? It's flawless. But let's be real here. It's not 100%, and that's perfectly fine. But it's not 50% either. I have no problem. All right. I have no problem with taking the role and making a decision and making it stick. If it's wrong, I'll take blame for that. If it was right, I'll take blame for that. But at the ending of the day, accountability is on the table right now. As we speak right now, accountability is from every angle. And I think that the more we find and realize that women, you need to take accountability for the things that you've done and not just point it out to somebody else or cry about it. You need to sit back, relax, like, okay, yeah, this happened. Let's take accountability for it. Apologize to yourself, apologize to your person, make what's right, make what's wrong right, and keep going forward. We can pull this off way faster. But this cat, this dog chasing his tail type of mannerism, it doesn't make any sense. It's just stupid.
What does that mean, final decision about what? Anything?
When it comes to bigger decisions, like directing
household.
the family and the future of the family, I can wholeheartedly think that men should have that final decision.
Yeah. And in my house, I'll tell you, it doesn't work like that. How it works is we both come to the table on big decisions. Now, there's certain things that I don't care as much about as he does. There's certain things that he doesn't care that much about, but I do. For example, if we're going to go on a vacation, I'd be picky about the hotel, but probably not as picky about the location. So it's a give and take.
See, she's picky about the hotel because plain and simple is because it's a security type thing. All right. The man, the location and the hotel should be the man's viewpoint, which I understand because it's his job and duty to take care of security, to take care and make sure that his family's secure. But for a woman, they're about comfortability. They want to be comfortable. So the picking of the hotel is, oh yeah, do they have bed bugs? Do they have, is the bathroom nasty? I got to make sure that I'm clean, I'm cleansed and stuff like that. Where men we don't care about that. We've been in the dirt since we were kids. So we always did that. That's the only reason why I'm trying to get at. Men have made America, not even America, the world comfortable for women. We understand that we don't want our women out here in the dirt doing the dirty shit. That's why equality is kind of hard to realize from a woman's standpoint, because it's not really equality. It's superiority. And it's not going to work that way. It's never going to work that way. If we want equality and the equality of outcome, it's not going to happen because we're two different organisms in one movement. So we have to realize that some things that you like, I'm not going to like. Some things that I care about, you're not going to care about. And it's plain and simple. But when it comes down to equality, we always have the equality of opportunity. So the opportunity is always there. But if there's always a hierarchy, somebody has to make the decision. And if you want to step into the role of becoming equal as a man is, you're going to have to learn how to use logic and meet us in the middle. It's not going to work out you thinking that you're better or I'm better. Nobody's better in this situation, because I tell you right now, if that sun goes down, all of us is going down. Everything on earth is going down. We don't have time to try to look at who's more superior. That's child's play. That's 2-year-olds sitting at a table fighting over a chair, not even a chair, a piece of carrot cake or cake or whatever in the middle of the fucking table, talking about it's mine, and the fight breaks out. It's retarded. You got to understand that you're good at some things, I'm good at some things. Let's meet in the middle and make great things. It's important. It's hella important.
But every big
What's up,
decision that affects the family unit, we sit down and we really talk it through until we're both comfortable with that decision, and that's how it goes down. It's not a...
Well, you're saying, okay, males have roles, yes, and females have roles. You can't teach both. That is very true. But the common denominator here is roles. Roles, okay? The roles are going to change because our forefathers have made it comfortable. So the roles that led yesterday are not going to be the roles that lead to tomorrow. We're today. Right now in today, the roles are being tested phenomenally at all times. And women are understanding that, look, I can do more. Men have made it more comfortable for women to say, you know what, look, I don't have to stay at home all day and watch kids. I can go out, make money at a higher rate, and live comfortably either by myself or with a partner of my choosing. So with that being done, it's going to turn a lot of people off. But with that being done, it keeps escalating more and more and more of their ego and their arrogance. And it's not their fault. It's just what they've seen and what we've put into as roles. So we need to disable the roles and come to an understanding of new roles, because the roles of as I said before, the roles of yesterday are not the roles of today.
my way or the highway type of situation in my house. I would never want that. And I think
I'm gonna put it to you like this, right? In the past, women needed men more because they couldn't do a lot of shit that they're doing now, right? Now that you have women who consider themselves not needing a man, and men saying I don't need a woman, now you have this hidden dimension, so to speak. All right, this hidden dimension that's telling you, look, the wants and needs of man and female are at battle right now. Wants and needs, right? Now we have each gender able to make more money than ever before. Each gender has the ability to hire the things that they lack, such as a cook, a maid, a cleaner, and so forth, right? So now you're like, okay, so now we're in this dilemma. A man can had more opportunity in the past to say, you know what, I don't need you for anything else other than to continue my seed. You could make her a concubine. Excuse me, you could make her a concubine and she'll be in the background, not even having to worry about raising the child. Because let's be for real here. When you get to a certain amount of money or a certain level of money, half of the women that are living these rich lifestyles, they're not really raising their kids. That's a facade. They're doing their thing. They're pampering themselves all damn day while the nanny. Remember, most kids grew up with nannies. While the nannies are the ones who teach their kids Spanish, who teaches them cultural differences and grows them and takes care of their hair and takes care of their body and stuff like that. A lot of people look at an Elizabeth, right? But they don't look at give me a Spanish name. It doesn't matter. I don't want to be racist, but you don't look at the Spanish nanny or the black nanny or the Jewish nanny or somebody who was in the background who was taking care of the kid, right? So now we have a great way of seeing the world now through the internet. Now you're seeing all these people with a lot of money and things like that. I don't want to go off track, but you're not seeing their lives. You're only seeing what they put online. So it's a crazy ass dynamic, bro. I don't
There's going
wanna
to be a
keep
lot of
jumping into
women that don't feel comfortable with that dynamic.
Yeah, well, I think that a lot of women get stuck up on the. I think that if you're a woman and you're married to a man, you should respect his ability to make decisions, and you should trust that he has.
Ah, goddamn. Come on, bro.
He's going to make those decisions with your best interest. And I always like to say, I think that for efficiency purposes, one leader is the best way to go. When I was on the rugby team, I was a wing. So, like, I'm the guy that scores all the tries. And even
But how is that possible? Right now, we live in a democracy. How can you even think of having one leader? Look, let's be for real. The president is just a spokesperson. The Congress, though, is a board of leaders. The president does not have the last say-so. We have a house of a Congress. We live in America. There's a lot of leaders. Yeah, I'm definitely doing music later, bro. Definitely. But we have a house of leaders. There's no one person, bro. So this dynamic of having one leader, that died out a long time ago. Kings and queens died out a long time ago. Let's be for real here.
even though I score all the tries, the captain of the team is the captain because he has the most experience. Now, I could be there and I could go, hey, captain, I see this guy. He's a little bit weaker. I think I could run around him. I think I could score. Maybe we should dish the ball out to me. Him being the captain and having more experience, he can say, no, I know that guy. I've played against him. He's just baiting you. He's actually really good. Or he can say, you're right. Let's make that decision. So I believe that women are the neck and men are the head. So women can have a say in what direction we go, but you should trust the man to make the final decision because you trust his decision-making skills because of the results that he's shown.
What if he doesn't have on that particular issue the experience, though? What if it's about something where she's lived in a bunch of places, or she grew up in a family where X, Y, and Z happened that gives a lens that's really important, where she may be better fit to make that particular decision? Do you think that could happen?
Yeah, but I think that she can propose the decision and the man can say based on what he knows if that's a good decision or not. And he should also trust, if you got a good leader, he's also going to trust you too. So like the captain of the team, he knows that I score. He knows my capability.
You from Aotearoa? All right, that's what's up, bro. Daryl, man, I appreciate that, man. I hope you subscribe to it as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is probably your first time seeing me online like this here, but man, dude, hey, make sure you are promoting some great music from over there, bro. If you got any good songs, bro, put it in the chat, bro. I need something to react to too. You know what I mean? Shout out to NZ, man. Y'all definitely been helping me out on this YouTube journey.
He knows that how much I know about the game. So if he thinks that I'm making the right decision, he's going to say, yeah, let's do that. Especially if he knows that he hasn't been, say if he wasn't paying attention to what's been going on or whatever it may be, he might say, yeah, go ahead and do it. Let's do that because that's the best. I think that would be a good decision based on what you've presented to me. But I think that when it comes to the final decision in any kind of big situation, men should make it because
I appreciate
men
that,
tend
bro.
to think
Definitely
more
appreciate you
on logic
subscribing,
instead of emotion.
So that would be the one area I think where you and I
Welcome to
disagree
the
a little
Platinum.
bit. I do think that women factor in emotion more. That we're both in agreement on. But I'm a firm believer in a partnership. So
No, I like traditional marriage. I like husband wife.
I want husband wife too.
Yeah,
Traditional
we ain't
in
raising
that
no
sense.
babies and
So for
it's
me,
a thing people do.
and
It's a thing.
I think that there are a lot of women who, and it's interesting because it doesn't rub me wrong that you say that, because I'm also a firm believer that everyone should build the family structure that's comfortable for them. You know, if that works for you in your house, and great, you know, and if it doesn't work in my house, that's okay too. But there is a large segment of the female population.
I don't think people understand when they say traditional when it comes down to husband and wife. Husband and wife is one of the most newest forms of gatherings of families. I don't think people understand that.
And that will hear that wrong. They'll want to say, well, I want to say, you know, a marriage is supposed to be a partnership. And if we're making a big decision, for example, as to where to move the family, I want to be with someone who wants me to have a say. So that's one area where we'll disagree, where I feel like that mutual respect in a relationship for me comes from an acknowledgement on both sides that each person's voice matters in those big decisions.
So like, okay, so say like you know PBD, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you work under PBD. If you went up to PBD and said you had an idea for something and he said he didn't want to do it because he didn't think it was a good idea, or if he said he did want to do it, you trust him to be able to make that decision, don't you?
Well, he's not technically my boss, actually. He's my partner, but that's a different dynamic. So I would always stray from comparing a marriage to a business arrangement.
Really?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And this is the dynamic that I'm trying to get at. People don't realize that marriage is a fucking business. Marriage is definitely a business, and you have to look at marriage as a business. And this is what's keeping people off, keeping a lot of people in the red pill and the blue pill and all these other pills off track. You make a contract in the eyes of a priest or eyes of a Catholic church or whatever to make sure that you two people are together. That contract makes you guys a business. You guys get tax benefits and all, just like a business would. A partnership is completely different than a marriage. In a marriage, there's no partnership. Let's be for real here. And a lot of people don't realize that. And that's why some people are straying away from marriage, because they know they won't have no say so in the business. Now, mind you, some people are getting married nowadays and not realizing that when you get married and you fire you as a CEO get fired you can get fired from your employee, and your employee gets all the benefits that you had. A lot of people are seeing it like that now. I saw that from a long time ago, and that's why I never wanted to get married in the first place. Because marriage, like I said, is one of the newest traditional ways of making of bringing two families together. It's a business. Back in the day, when you wanted to get married, you had to go to the father and you had to propose some type of offering, and in that offering, he would either accept it or decline it, and you would take his fair child in the hand of marriage, and in that marriage, she became yours. Just as if you were a bartering system. It was basically the most highest part of bartering.
That's something in business where it really depends. I mean, he's been doing this for longer than I have, and I would, in that instance, say, you know what,
because
I'm going to give him.
his ability
I
to
do
make the
trust
decision.
him, or I wouldn't be here doing this partnership with him. But a marriage is not a business.
Why do you trust the decision? Do you trust the decision that he's going to make because you think that he knows more about it? Like he has a mind for it?
I think that I would be inclined probably to trust the decision for now, and feel it out and see. And if I still feel strongly and differently in a few months, go back to that table and say, this needs to change. Here's why. Let's give it a go. And we've had actually some of those discussions and had things change, let her try this out. Let's see how it goes, but I don't ever compare a marriage to a business, but go ahead.
But I'm just saying, like, so then if we both agree that men tend to make decisions logically.
I didn't say men though. I said, you asked me about PBD.
No, I'm just saying in general. Earlier before we agreed that men tend to think of things logically while women tend to think of things more emotionally. When it comes to life decisions, which person do you think is going to be more likely to make the...
What's so different about a business and a marriage? Think about it. In a business, two people get licensed. They get a license. They make an agreement, and they pool their resources together to a common goal, which is to live a long life. Come on, bro. The LLC is the last name of the man. Ain't no damn difference, bro. Stop playing, bro. You can sit there and say, oh no, it's a religious thing. It's biblical. No. Stop confusing yourself now. Stop confusing. Stop. Just stop.
Better decision. I would agree that the logic, because of the sense of the
drip plugin instantly turns your rough melody ideas from this
ability to rational more, or to use rationale more, is going to have better results in the long run. That's why I think for most people, that's the best way to do it. I don't think, maybe for not everybody, I don't know how people want to do their thing. But I think
it depends on the
it gets very dangerous when we start to say that you should just wing it and just do what you feel, because a lot of girls are going to feel like they can make that decision because, like I said, when you're younger, you're told that you're right by everybody. but that doesn't mean that you're actually making the better decisions. And if you trust your man to be the leader because he's shown results, and I don't think that you should marry a man unless he's shown that he can be a leader and has shown results. I don't care what he's talking about. And I believe the same thing for my daughter. If you trust that man to make the decisions because you selected him as a husband, you should let him make the final decision. Now, that don't mean you can't propose something. That don't mean you can't even have a 45-55. But when it comes to the final decision, if the man is more likely to make it off rationale and experience, then I think that he should be the one that gets the final decision.
Yeah, that wouldn't work for me.
That wouldn't work for you. I wonder why. You know, most of the time when you're in the business, you don't see the CEO, but in the background, he's making a lot of decisions, and you as an employee, you have to either roll with it or leave. And like I said, in a marriage, it's a business, bro. If you are top dog in your relationship or in your marriage, so to speak, and you have to make all the decisions, and you're the CEO, whatever you want to call it, whatever kind of foundational dynamic name you want to give it, whatever fairy dust you want to put on top of it. Somebody's a CEO and somebody's an employee. Most of the time, the woman is an employee. If the employee doesn't like what you're doing, and you fuck over, CEO, there's no saving yourself. All right, just know for a fact that employee, when they're ready to leave, they're gonna take half. They instantly become co-CEO. So you keep thinking that that's your employee rather than another CEO. Each name has money behind it. So you keep thinking that you safe when you get into a marriage and you making all the decisions. You're not making all the decisions. It's just a cover up, bro. Day by day, you see it in law. Day by day. Don't jump into something, bro, that you can't get yourself out of, bro, and you're not prepared to take care of. Marriage is a business, bro. I assure you, when you go to the courtroom and you go get a divorce, they're going to tell you straight up, look, you got to pay this certain amount of money. So, all right, even to get a license, you got to pay money. Even to get married. Man, look here, man.
That wouldn't work for me only because, and I understand what you're saying about logic and emotions and all that, and I tend to agree with you in the sense that I think emotions, like I said, do play a bigger role for women than they do for men, but decisions can be really complicated and aren't always about just, logic versus emotion. Sometimes experience comes into play. Sometimes the life you've lived comes into play. Sometimes maybe you haven't.
Logic and all of those things are through experience. Everything that she's about to explain, I bet you it's through logic. You can only gain logic through experience. Yo, most women don't realize that they lose more emotion. They lose more of their emotion when they gain more of a logical mind. Emotion, I'm not saying that it's for the weak, but it's for most people who lack logic because they don't have much experiences.
Communicated to someone what really is important to you in this decision for whatever reason.
Yeah, sometimes emotion even comes into play.
Sometimes emotion even comes into play
to make a better decision.
So what I just love is a dynamic where, and I think what most women would probably want is a man who feels comfortable saying, I'm really confident, I believe this is the right decision, but also says, how do you feel about it, babe? Like, where are you coming from? Yeah. What do you think? And if there is a strong disagreement about that particular decision, that there has to be a meeting of the minds in some way.
For majority of women, who do you think is more comfortable? Do you think they're more comfortable with men making decisions? Like in terms of even dates, something as simple as dates.
Yes.
Do you think majority of women want a man to say, wear this dress, we're going here?
No, not wear this dress. No, or we're going here.
Okay, yeah, we're going here. Meet me there at this time. Be very assertive, right?
Yes, I do.
So wouldn't you be kind of undermining that thing that women tend to desire from men when you say that you don't want him to make the final decision? I think that most women, by and large, are happy with the man making those decisions if they can trust that he's making them with her best interest in mind, and he's shown results.
So let me make that one modification, and then we're going to have to wrap because I just got an alert. I think there's a podcast in here after us today, but I could talk to you all day. But I think I think that what most women want is a man, again, who's comfortable making that decision and who is assertive and will, for example, pick a restaurant and say, hey, babe, I think we're going to go here tonight. This would be really, really great. But if she turns around and says, oh, I really want Chinese tonight. Okay, you know what? Who has that flexibility, and a man who wants her to have a seat at the table on those discussions.
Yeah.
A man who cares enough about her to care about.
This is what I'm talking about, comfortability, bro. This is what I'm talking about. This is a conversation about going out to eat. What the fuck? That doesn't take no damn assertiveness. Oh, babe. Oh, get ready. We about to go out to eat. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. There are bigger fish to fry than just worrying about something to go get something to eat. Oh, no, I want to get Chinese food. No, we're going to go here and get something to eat. Yo, that's child. Like I said, bro, it's child's play, bro. You ever seen two kids, bro, that are 2 years old, bro, fighting over something, bro? I got my girl just got a new niece. All right, niece, and she's 2 years old. And we were at the house, all right, chilling out, relaxing. And my girl goes to hug her mother, which is her grandmother. And the 2-year-old just comes over and just starts saying, no, mine. It's just immature, bro. It's just a lack of maturity. He just told you want to get something to eat. He never chose anywhere to pick. He didn't even pick what kind of food. It's retarded, bro. Like I said, bro, the dynamics of these things that we're talking about are too mediocre. They're minuscule. We're fighting over stupid shit, bro. You want power over some shit that comes out of being comfortable. Go find somewhere to eat. It don't matter. Would you want to have a full 2-hour discussion about what to eat next? Look, bro, all I'm saying is this, bro. The dynamic of male and female is changing. I don't know if it's for the good or for the bad, but the dynamic of male and female has been changing since maybe the 80s, from what I've been hearing. Now, mind you, the internet itself is helping this change, right? For a lot of people, it's helping the change. And I just hope, which is far off, that you find somebody that when you are coming to the table to render up some ideas, to make solutions, that person has their head on straight. That's the most important part. Don't go out here and get a dimwit, and women don't go out here and find someone who's an asshole. It's plain and simple. That sometimes the things that you are looking for may not be good for you. You need to find something that benefits you. Something that's beneficial at the ending of the day. I don't give a fuck. I don't care, bro. Find something that's beneficial. Make something that's beneficial to somebody else. Your kids, your family, so forth. Don't waste your time on stupid shit. Like where to go out to eat. If that's the case, learn how to cook. Both of y'all should know how to cook. Male and female should know how to cook, clean, and restore their house. Bro, I'm from the islands, bro. And in the islands, bro, both man and female, both man and woman can clean up their house whenever they feel like it, bro. Whenever the time's right. Ain't nobody got time to be worrying about all that shit, bro. Whatever feels comfortable for you, man or woman, make it work. Make it work. I just want to come and show y'all this video right here, bro, because a lot of modern women right now, bro, are just being sucked up into this illusion of what we think of life. But I don't even want to call it a matrix or anything like that, bro, because that just gives us some dumbass dynamic. Men, you're being used right now. You're being used. Women, right now, you're being used. If you don't know by who, oh well. But right now, both male and female are being used for a bigger agenda. And it's all about money. It's all about money. At the end of the day, that's what it's about, money. Married couples spend less money. Singles spend a lot more money. Just remember that. Do some research. Learn about that. I'm going to be dropping this video soon. I'm going to be on Omi in a little bit. Talk to some folks. See how they going on with. See what they going on with. We got a podcast today too as well. I think I said that earlier. We got a podcast with a guy from Romania. He's a hella dope guy, hella cool guy. So I think that's going to be pretty dope as well. I just want to thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? We had 2,194 subscribers. If you like the video, man, we can probably get to 2,200 by the ending of the week. By the ending of this week. I know for a fact I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But anyway, man, look, make sure you call somebody you love and tell them you love them, because you never know when you're gone. This was a great conversation, too, as well. I love hearing conversations between male and female. It's a great dynamic. Hey, anyway, we're